Why is Grace sleeping on the daybed? Did somebody upset her? Was it Harriet? Are you for real? I know that Joey Essex has made his money from acting like a fucking idiot, but that comment last night was too far, and the fact that everybody else managed to just lie in bed and be like, oh no, I think you know why she's upset, I'd have been going fucking mental. I'd have been like, why the fuck do you think she's upset, Joey? Are you actually going to sit there and pretend you don't have two brain cells to rub together? Get yourself to fuck. On Wednesday night, Kieran upset Harriet by being honest to her face and saying, at least I haven't been second choice 3 times. And she was crying and she was upset without any tears. Boo fucking who, I can't stand her and she's a houk. And Ronnie had the absolute audacity to turn around and tell me apologise. Apologise for what? Apologise for being honest? No fucking way. I was watching it and I was like, he better not apologise to her. There's no way I would have. If anything, I would have went up and doubled down on what I was saying. Ronnie was saying, oh, I wouldn't like to make any woman cry, but she fucking deserved it, because she was sitting there happy to say to him that he was immature and pathetic and embarrassing, when she's the one who's fucking pathetic and embarrassing. And I received a comment about this on YouTube, which I've now lost, but I'm going to be doing a response to it because it's regarding this, and I think that the person is absolutely off their fucking head. Thankfully, Kieran didn't apologise. Good for him. Jessie's the new bombshell and Joey is obsessed with her all of a sudden, and he keeps pulling her for chats and basically ignoring Grace and then asking stupid questions like, why is Grace sleeping on the daybed, when he knows fucking fine well why she's sleeping on the daybed. And whatever personality disorder it is that he's got, where he's telling these girls, you're the only one I've got eyes for, I'm not interested in anybody else, like my head's not going to wander, and then a new blonde walks in with something to stick it in and he's gone like that. When Harriet was upset, Jess was absolutely loving it, and I know she might have been coming across as insensitive, but I would have been exactly the same. And at this point I feel like she's the only real person in the house, because at least she's saying, look, don't give it out if you can't take it back. Do you know what I mean? And all Harriet does is sit and just roll her eyes and then talk about people behind their fucking backs. The Islanders got a text and it was time for the new bombshells to choose. And now I don't understand why that phone goes and they're like, oh my god, oh fuck. Like, that's part of the game. Why are you standing there shocked as if you had no idea that this was about to happen? Trey chose Jess, and I've just seen a couple of posts online about the public supposedly thinking that he didn't really choose her for the date because when she walked out he pulled her face. But I don't know. I think that a lot of these newspaper articles just make shit up. It was Jessie's time to pick and she was obviously going to pick Joey. But Will had the audacity to stand up there and say to Uma, oh, I think she's going to pick me. And Uma was completely blindsided and she was like, oh, she better not fucking pick you. He's been sitting there telling her that he's open and he wants to get to know her and all the rest of it. Meanwhile, he's sitting telling Uma that he wants to be her boyfriend and that he's only got eyes for her. What I don't understand about these boys is that they go on this show and they spin these fucking stories to these women when they know fine well that they're going to be able to go out the house and watch it back. So even if they end up in a relationship with them, they'll be able to watch and see what they've actually been saying. And then sometimes they have that cinema night and then it shows you clips of the stuff that they've been doing. Like, do their brains just not function? Are they literally in there just sitting fucking thinking with their dicks? It absolutely drives me insane. And then there's good men out there in the world who are actually honest with people, but women will just tar them all with the same brush and be like, oh, all men are liars, all men are snakes, when there's actually men out there who are good. But Love Island just makes them all look like dicks. When Jess picked Joey, I was getting Sunset Beach flashbacks. Let me reenact it. Me? And that was me actually doing a better job than what he done. So he was acting as if he didn't know that he was going to get picked. And Grace was obviously upset, right? She managed to stand there and contain her emotions, and I was like, good for her, right? She's obviously devastated. And Jess laughed right in her face. And I didn't see the need for that, and it was probably like a nervous laugh, right? Because I laugh when I'm nervous. But it was just like so blatantly in her face, and it wasn't very nice at all. Grace pulled Joey for a chat, and he was like, why are you being catty? Why are you being like this? And I thought, if he'd to use his brain for 10 fucking seconds, he would be dangerous. But he just wanted to sit up there and play the victim and be like, I didn't know she was going to pick me. It's not my fault she picked me. When he's only been speaking to her for 3 days, and he had the fucking cheek to say to Grace, oh, I wouldn't have said anything if you'd have got to know their guys. When she only suggested that she would have got to know Omar if he hadn't have been in the house, and he's walking about going, oh, no competition, mate, no competition. And actually going off his head just by the suggestion of getting to know somebody is an absolute red flag. Honestly, can somebody tell me what personality disorder it is that he's got? Because it's really annoying me. I really wanted Grace to stand by her word when she says that if they were going to be in a love triangle, that was it, she was out. But he literally sat there last night and says, no, I still want to get to know her, I want to give her a chance. And then she still says, oh, it's fine, we can still talk, but it's just not going to be the same. And then let him give her a kiss. I was like, actually, fuck off. Another fucking weak ass bitch. A lot of the time when I'm watching Love Island, I think, do you know what, these women deserve better. But then see when they act like this, I'm like, well, do they deserve better? Because they're just going to let the guys walk all over them like their face and treat them like a dick. So if they're going to act like that, they might as well be treated like that. Joey was sitting there saying, I haven't done anything wrong. I've been honest about my feelings. I haven't been sneaking around behind your back. And then instantly proceeds to take Jessie up to the terrace and sneak around behind Grace's back. So when they seen him going up and they went across to the seat so that they could see what was happening, and he's like, oh, they would sit there, wouldn't they, so that they can see. Mum will sit on the floor. Literally just being a fucking sneaky snake bastard. And the fact that Grace managed to sit there, right, she was obviously upset. And she knows why he's away up to the terrace. I don't know how she managed to sit there. I would have been straight up. I wouldn't have gave him a minute. I would have literally have just walked straight up and I'd have said, do you know what, Joey? Just forget it between us. You've got free reign with Jessie. I'm not going to sit down there like a dick while you fucking bring her up here. We all know what's going on. We're not idiots. Once again, I don't blame any of this on Jessie. It's all Joey. He's an absolute cuntbag. And he's got a cheek to say that he wants to settle down and have a wife and all that. Does he fuck? If he's like that in the house, imagine what he's like when he's out and people are like, oh my god, it's Joey Essex acting like he's a fucking superstar and he's shoving it in any fucking blonde that'll move. If I could vote 2 people out the house right now, you're not going to believe when I say this, but I would actually vote Joey out before Ronnie, because Ronnie you can deal with. He's actually not that bad all the time, but Joey is a complete cuntbag and Harriet just has to go. I can't even fucking stand her. Let me know in the comments who you would vote out if you had the choice. Personally, I think one of the reasons that Joey has jumped straight onto Jessie is because when the public did the vote, him and Grace were in the bottom, and he wasn't expecting that because he's in there, he thinks he's going to win. And when he realised that he wasn't at the top, he was like, oh my god, I better move on to somebody else, the public doesn't like us. Because it's all about the show and it's all about winning, and I swear to god, right, Joey Essex better not win this because he doesn't deserve it. There should be no celebrities in that house. It should be normal, everyday people. And I can't stand them. Let me know in the comments if you voted for your favourite couple last night and who you voted for. And I'll see you again tomorrow.